entire vamp loss.
I'll cut the cold open from the last one.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't. All right, well.
All right, cold open number 2, action.
Yeah, and
Cut.
Go. S. Soup. Damn it. It was a pretty good cold open.
It was a pretty good cold open.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SM Soup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I'm Spencer.
I'm Shelby.
And together, we're here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions, like, waiter, how is this soup made? Shelby and I are on top of our recordings. We're going to be recording 3 episodes in 6 days for no reason other than...
And we're going to make a YouTube video about it. Can these people record 3 episodes in 6 days? Find out. No. We're pre-recording because we actually are excited about our ideas.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then it means we're going to have too much time between when we need to next record.
But hopefully that means we'll have lots to talk about.
I guess we already have 2 of 4 for March planned.
Do we? Did we ever remember what the other thing was? You remembered it?
Mm-mm.
No. So we've not... What do we have planned for March? Oh, you're right. Yeah.
What do we have planned for this month?
Lots of stuff.
I actually did think I had something else, but that's all right.
We did have something else.
I might have something for March
forgetting.
if I remember.
Okay, we need to stop having this conversation. This is not the first time we've had this conversation.
This is not the first, and it won't be the last.
Surely won't be.
Shelby, I have a question for you.
Yes, Spencer.
I guess actually, wait, hang on.
Wait, do you want a serious answer or joke answer?
Hang on. Oh, no, I think I know what both of us are going to fucking answer. Real quick, how are you?
I'm good. It's February, which is weird. Was it February last week? No, this is the first February.
Today is February 2nd.
What? It's February. And we touched on this last week. We were like, how's the year panning out? But I actually like everything, when you pose a question, I don't think about it until like days after you asked it properly.
Do not answer last week's question.
I'm a little all over the place in what I'm about to say. We talked roughly like, do we have goals? Not really, kind of, man. Like first of the year, and I was like, wow, I just want to like do more of what I did last year, but like do it in a healthier way. And I like don't know if I'm doing that very well.
You look great.
Thank you. I feel like shit. No, I don't feel like shit, but I don't feel like I'm really doing anything to like be better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of still doing my same chaotic patterns. In the grand scheme, I'll leave it at that. And I was really thinking about that for the past like day. I'm like, wow, I suck. So how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. The weather today.
The weather today was fantastic. And also, I wouldn't say you suck.
No, I don't suck. I'm just not doing a lot to help myself.
I know last week I was saying how tail end of January especially was tough. And just the start of the year in general was not like fantastic.
Sure.
I feel like not necessarily from like what I'm like striving for and stuff. I think just from like a mental like space.
Yeah.
Just has not been like good thus far. And then something so fantastic happened this week.
Oh my god.
Literally within the past day.
We got a dog.
And it has completely changed my outlook on the year.
That's
like
so
I feel
good.
so I can't believe something has had such a massive impact on like a massive positive impact on my mental health such as this.
Wow.
And it's Larry David fighting Elmo.
Yeah, you have genuinely found so much joy in this event.
It has brought me so much joy.
Yeah.
It is so fucking funny. There's so many layers to it. People are making so many jokes and references because of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's been like the perfect.
Do we need like a poster of like Larry David like grabbing his face?
Oh my god, maybe.
That would be
it's
fun.
so good. It's so good. That's huge.
You're like, I already have a tattoo of it.
Also, just in general, Elmo's been in the public spotlight here of late.
Yeah.
Because he decided to go on Twitter of all places and say,
"How's everyone?
Elmo just checking in. Elmo want to know how you're doing."
I saw a few reposts from that.
And I mean, like 90% of the responses were people trauma dumping and basically telling Elmo that they're suicidal.
Right.
Whether, you know, serious, which obviously is awful,
right,
or, you know, the unfortunate, I'll say, millennial humor of ha 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 ha,
everything
we'll just joke
sucks.
about it.
Yeah.
And then also just there were some very serious answers where it was just like, honestly, Elmo, I don't really understand what the point of anything is. You know, like shit like that.
Yeah.
And just to be immediately met with like, I think somebody posed it as like he gathered the Avengers of caring. Because Elmo was just like, I learned the importance of checking in. And then like Snuffleupagus tweeted or some shit. I don't know. Maybe it was fake. Maybe it was a fake thing that somebody put together, but it was very funny. And yeah, also I think like, again, with all the negative that was slung at him for asking how's everybody doing.
Which, let's be real, they had to have known.
Yeah, they should have known. But
they should have known. To
then just see the general positivity afterwards from it was also like rather uplifting.
That's good.
It sucks that like, who was it? It was somebody. It was somebody that America as a whole was beefing with. And they were like quoted with saying something like, Americans don't have any true heroes. All their heroes are like imaginary, like SpongeBob.
Okay.
And that's pretty like venomous words to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty metal. And also it's true.
It is. They're
like,
not wrong.
Like we like have these like intense relationships with like Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
And like Elmo.
Yeah.
And like all fictional characters. So it was also a little bit of a glimpse at that too.
Mm-hmm.
So real like flip flopping back and forth on how to feel about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But Larry David beefing with him, then being forced to issue an apology, then Elmo screaming, "I accept your apology, Larry." Oh my God, it's fantastic. It's peak stuff.
It's already best moment of the year, and it's February
really
2nd.
Is. I cannot forget about this moment. I will not forget about this moment.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like any chance I have to just send the still of the Today Show anchors in disbelief at Larry, and it's just a still of Larry with his entire hand around Elmo's face. Elmo's dad's just chilling there, not doing anything about it. He takes a couple of swings at him. Oh my God, it's so good.
I need all of the hosts of the show to go on a show where they can like be a lot more candid about that experience and just go, I was shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Because you're on the Today Show and Larry David decided to be a version of Larry David they definitely were hoping wouldn't come out on the Today Show.
They made a mistake by having Larry David
and Elmo. Yeah, like
show.
What chaos. Like, oh my God. Hi, little baby. Thank you for joining us.
Very good stuff.
Grogo, any thoughts on Elmo and Larry David? He did meow. I don't know if you'd hear that. Just want you all to know he did yell.
But yeah, what else has been going on?
What else has been going on? I mean, January we didn't really get to like update on a whole lot. Not that we've updated on a whole lot, or done anything to update on. But we did have a trip to Boston. I flew home to surprise some family members because there were 2 big milestone birthdays in my family. So I flew home as like a surprise. Effectively, my presence was the gift, which was a lot of fun. That was a very like fulfilling weekend. Like I've been sitting here and been like, oh, I didn't do as much as I should have in January. But then I'm like, you know what? I did something really special. Yeah. Like I've really had to hold on to that to not be like kind of a little mad about the month of January.
No. And you should feel really good about that.
Yeah. So that was like all in all, like a lot of fun. Yeah. Otherwise, it has been a very, very slow month. I was kind of reflecting on this. Sorry, we're now just talking about January being a weird, shitty month. January is a weird, shitty month. Like, I never have fun in January. And I know that every year. Like, January and February are always pretty rough for me. Grogu, not right now.
I didn't work a full 5 days in January.
Yeah.
At any point.
Yeah.
Every single... Oh, no, that's not true. The second week of January. But
Yes.
I averaged less than 5 days a week.
For the whole month.
For the month.
Yeah. But what I was saying is, I will say thankfully for me, I noticed a huge difference. Again, still have felt the mellowness of the time of year. Huge difference between how I feel now being in like the South during winter versus the Northeast. Wow. Like, I always knew weather heavily affected how I felt. Like, I've always known that.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, until I actually had a chance to not be in it whilst it's happening.
I said, I joked with Mike because of just my general like downness.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's like probably still tied to like general seasonal
and
depression.
You are very likely to. There is still a down season here.
Right.
Like, it is chilly or it's gray.
But it's so funny because he literally
goes,
he's like, you're gonna have to walk me through this because what the fuck does seasonal depression look like in Charlotte, North Carolina?
It's still.
And he's like, what's the temperature? And I was like, 50. I was like, I do get out for a walk like every single day, which does mean that I would say general mental health is a lot better.
Yes.
But I do still think that, like you said, like it's still gray.
We
still
gray.
get shitty weather. And like it's very easy to be, because of it being cold and all this other stuff and then being locked up and stuff. And you know, the day night cycle is still shit at this time of year and stuff like
bless
that.
You.
So but
yes,
it was
it's
funny.
still a season. It's not as extreme.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as extreme as like the Northeast or the Midwest or things like that. But I really have been thinking about that because as much as I can sit here and I can be like, ugh, I still hate this time of year. I'm looking back on photos of a year ago, and like a year ago, like a few days ago, was like we had like 6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And like didn't want to go outside for a week straight.
Right.
And I'm just like, it would make me like want to go crazy. So I'm really trying to hold on to that and be like, I mean, I'm still allowed to have it suck because it's just that time of year. But I am like, wow.
Also in general, it's like
there's
okay
a
for
huge,
things to just, like,
yeah.
it's okay to just accept that like things
suck a little bit.
Suck sometimes. And like,
yeah.
You know, every time there's like a bad moment,
sure,
there's going to be a
like good,
better moment at some point. So like it's okay to like kind of wallow in it a little bit.
I know I'm really bad at wallowing in it.
But also at the same time, like it can't just always be your excuse. You know, we all have like a balance to play.
I know.
You know, it's okay to in the moment be like, yeah, things are bad. And accept defeat, but you can't just always be defeated.
Yes.
So, because that would be way too easy.
Sure.
It would be very, like, we all could just say, like, the general everything does suck. It does. And we could just have that be our excuse for never improving or never getting better. And it's very hard to improve as a whole, but individually we can still find our wins.
Hell yeah.
I had a couple of things.
Okay.
But first, just to do my fun little like question pose.
Oh my god! Great.
Would you say that you work to live or live to work?
Oh, ow, 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 ow. Jesus. Oh my god. Every claw went into my leg when you picked him up. Let me think. Do I work to live? I forget how this saying gets, I don't want to say interpreted. Do I work to live or do I live to work? I forget.
It's like the whole
what
thing.
Does like live to work mean?
Like
work's a very big part of. Well, I guess in a lot of ways, I say unfortunately, I definitely live to work.
Okay.
Because thankfully, I do love what I do.
Right, and you're
and I get a lot of
opportunity
control over what I
yeah.
get to do.
Yep.
It's just a huge. I very appreciate it every day.
And in a lot of ways, like I'll call, like, again, we talk about it all the time. It's like your hobbies have also, you found a way to translate them into legitimate work where like you are now getting paid for your hobbies.
Yes. Which as many internet people know, can be a great or a terrible thing.
Right.
Which, depending on the week, it's a great or a terrible thing.
I would say that track. I would say you live to work.
I live to work. I know it, like, on from an outside perspective, I would be like, I don't work like that much, but I'm probably always doing something that is related to me working, like pretty much 24/7. I'm doing something, and it almost always goes back to something involving work. Like, yeah. So I definitely lived. I say unfortunately because I have really bad balance. That's why I'm saying unfortunately.
You're also, but like, if you were like,
but I don't know what I would do otherwise.
If you were like, I live to work. And it's like, oh, what do you do? And it's like, I'm an accountant. Like, that's a miserable existence.
I just really love numbers. Yeah.
Like, if genuinely speaking, all you're doing is lining a billionaire's pocket.
Yeah.
And you're like, I live to work. It's like, fuck. That is depressing.
Wild. I just can't imagine that being my passion.
Because no matter what you do, you are inherently, I'm sure, going to help, unless you specifically are working for yourself. You're your own boss. You are helping to line the pocket of somebody else. No matter what.
Yeah. So yeah, my biggest thing has been balancing doing a few things here and there that are just because I want to do them and not for anything else. Like whether that means I like truly don't even like tell people I'm doing them. Like I don't post about it. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Or even if I like post about it, it's like, this was just for fun. Like nothing needs to come from this.
Right.
That's a bit of how I try to balance it out. But probably 85% of what I do is technically work related on a day-to-day basis. How would you answer that question?
I work to live.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Which is good. I think
much like how my relationship with food.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I love like the, do you live to eat?
I live to eat.
Or do you eat to live?
I'm just an all-in kind of person.
Yeah. No, but like I think like live to eat also is like, it's like saying like, no, like I just love movies.
Yeah.
Like I love movies. Like some people have such a like strong relationship to food.
Yeah.
And like it could be cultural.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I love food.
Yeah. But you don't view it that way.
I just like I literally view it. Maybe it's like the analytical mind of me, where it's just like I view it as the sustenance I need to simply live.
Yeah.
Like I could go a whole day without eating. I eat at benchmarks normally to like satisfy the like goal of like you should do this thing.
Sure.
But I mean, other days, like right now, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I'm
like,
so excited for the pizza we're gonna get after
cereal for breakfast. I had some veggie straws. They were delicious.
I had some hummus.
You had a lot of hummus.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you did.
That container's been lasting us like a week,
and you killed it. And you killed like 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers.
Oh, I did kill 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers.
Wow, I was just lying, and then I didn't actually know. I was just joking.
I didn't like today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure. That's what we weren't talking about.
What's up?
This guy's hungry.
Yeah, this
guy lives to eat.
He definitely lives to eat.
Anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I guess what do you live to do? You live to game.
I do.
Yeah, I guess that's it, right?
Hope he's not messing with your mic settings.
I don't think he is.
Oh, no, it's not a button. I'm sorry.
Live to game.
I live to game, I would say. I live for like entertainment.
Yeah, that's true. Media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fiend.
You are. Bro, what are you doing?
He's gonna probably dig into you if you just want to throw him.
I mean, I'm hoping he just will. If I stop petting him, he'll just jump down eventually.
No, he's gonna keep doing stuff, and then he's gonna like lift his paw because that's his way of telling you. It's his way of telling you. I did have something else.
Yeah, hit me with it. No.
While we keep kind of like recapping some stuff, and just this is like a grab bag of an episode. You mentioned about our trip to Boston.
Yeah.
And something incredible, I think, truly happened, which was in the moment I learned that I don't think you know what Bluetooth is.
No, Shelby doesn't know what Bluetooth is.
And then you thought I was fucking with you when I
did.
was like...
Okay, but I feel like I need to point out you did have a moment of doubt.
I did have a moment of doubt because you were really making me question because like...
Because I was so adamant.
Yeah, you were so adamant.
Okay.
Bluetooth and
to
Wi-Fi are the same.
Explain what's going on. When you get on a plane, they're like, put your phone in airplane mode.
Which you don't have to do. You don't have to conform to the rules.
Put your phone in airplane mode.
Just stand the entire flight.
Put your phone in airplane mode. And so, in my brain, airplane mode
Don't pull the tray down and pull out your laptop. Wait.
Yes. Airplane mode means pretty much my phone is a brick unless I have something downloaded onto it, which isn't inaccurate, but it has broken my brain that whilst airplane mode is on, Bluetooth can work and Wi-Fi can work, which obviously on planes you like pay for Wi-Fi or you're limited to their like service or whatever. That like breaks my brain. So for the longest time, I was just like, I don't understand. None of this is going to work. And when like the height of Bluetooth headphones was a thing in the past handful of years, I would be confused every time someone had Bluetooth headphones on and was on an airplane. Because I was like, how is that working? And I would literally intentionally bring corded headphones onto the plane because I was like, this is the only way I can listen to anything. Literally for years, that has been my thought process. A few weeks ago, we're all on the plane. I did have corded headphones in my backpack just in case. But I did have my Bluetooth headphones, and I'm literally like, how do you get these to work? And you were like, what do you mean, how do you get these to work? And I was like, well, if your phone's on airplane mode, how can you connect to Bluetooth? And I was it like broke. I still don't understand. But I just was like, what do you mean I can use these and my phone's in airplane mode? And that was ultimately what came down to it. And it really broke Spencer because he was like, you just have it connect.
Also, and I just like Googled it to confirm, you also brought up a really good point, which is you had like Bluetooth and you had Wi-Fi on.
Yeah.
Then you hit airplane mode and it turned all of those things off.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
I always
really
assumed
good
you
point.
couldn't turn them back on.
Okay. But then how do you connect to the Wi-Fi on the plane?
I know.
Which you had been doing
I know.
for years now at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware my logic doesn't really make sense. Like parts of it make sense, parts of it don't make sense.
Goddamn right it don't.
Yeah, so I get it, but I guess what I'm saying is I've had this question for years. I still don't really have the answer, but I've now figured out how to also do it myself. Years. I mean, like years. This has perplexed me.
It was so funny. You were just like...
I was very a mess over it.
Yeah, you were a mess. I have one last fun thing that this has been on my note for a while that I just really want to go over quick before we get into probably the funniest thing that happened to us this week. And this is ironic because
the second funniest because Elmo and Larry David.
Yes,
yeah.
Good point.
So second.
This
funniest.
is ironic because we were just like watching something where somebody was like making a bit and a joke about the ship of Theseus.
Yeah.
But the depths of Wikipedia, and this is back from, you might have seen this back in December of last year of 2023. The Ship of Theseus article has been edited 1,792 times since it was created in July of 2003. At present, 0% of the phrases in the original article seen below remain.
What?
It is an active instance of like, but is this article
the
ship of like, is it still the Ship of Theseus? Is it still effectively like the thing? And it is, right? Even if all of it has
That's
changed.
crazy.
Isn't that just so funny? Of all things for the thing.
I feel like that was intentional.
Well, that's why they posted about it.
Right.
And I'm sure, yes, when they realized how close it was, Jesus Christ, this recording is so cooked. So anyway.
That's so wild. I love that.
That was a little fun thing for us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at the time when I saved it, we were going to vamp on it more, but we don't need to.
We have something bigger to talk about. The second funniest thing that has happened to us this week.
Recreating the first episode of What's Happening. Will it still be the first episode of What's Happening?
So this week, I don't talk about it a ton, like here and there. The second half of my job that isn't making things by hand is in the marketing world, social media marketing, etc. And so I'm involved in creating social media accounts pretty frequently, and managing them and etc. etc. This week, I was tasked with creating an X account, aka dead Twitter.
Don't. Just call it Twitter.
I'm even gonna call it Twitter. So I had to create a Twitter account, and I cannot tell you though. Actually, I'm pretty confident I made a Twitter account last year.
You did.
I'm like positive I did.
You did.
Not a problem.
Yep.
This week, I'm tasked with creating a Twitter account. I go in, I'm like, this should be easy. This should take 5 minutes of my life. Lo and behold, this stupid fucking screen pops up that's like, we have a 10-part quiz to prove you're human. And I was like, okay, that's fine. 10 parts is a lot of parts, but sure.
We quickly learned that Shelby is not human.
I'm apparently not. I filled it 3 times.
I'm apparently not.
I filled it 3 times. I wish we would have taken...
Hoorah.
I wish we would have taken a video of just like the progression. It took me over an hour.
And the first thing that it was having you do was the image thing where you have to like align based on like alignment.
Sure.
The like
it was a
directional
room
base
layout blueprint and then a 3D model of said room.
Yeah.
And you had to choose the correct 3D model that matched the blueprint. Apparently I suck at that. Apparently I couldn't tell the difference and I kept failing. And there's 10
and for some of them, we're talking about minuscule differences.
Yeah, some was like, oh, the chairs turned 30 degrees versus 45 degrees. And it's like, but it doesn't tell you which one you got wrong. It doesn't tell you when you've messed up.
Yeah.
It waits for you to go through all 10 and then go, oops, you messed up. You want to try again? So after doing that 3 times.
Then you chose the other option.
Yeah.
Which almost made me respond to Elmo.
So the second option is an audio test, which I'm assuming is there largely for different usability.
Elmo, things aren't so great.
Yeah, things are not great.
My wife is a robot, and she's just playing the most obnoxious sounds I have ever fucking heard.
Oh my God. I thought I was going insane. I was actually an hour of insanity. Just screeching. The most horrible noises you could ever imagine are coming out of my computer. And I'm having to detect certain details and select it and whatever. I do think I failed one of those once.
You did?
Yeah. So I ended up in total doing it 2 to 3 times.
Because it was identify when a sound...
changes instrument
midway. And then wasn't another one something different?
And then it was changes instruments midway, changes the person talking midway.
Oh my God. And oh my God, the people talking weren't saying words.
No, there was reading lorem ipsum, effectively. It was, or just reading random things.
They should have just been reading the quick brown fox jumped over the hedge. What is it?
I don't know. The log, something log. So that was hell. Literal hell. So I made a game inspired by that experience.
It was hell. It literally was.
I wish we had one audio clip.
It was in that moment that I was experience. Wow, this is definitely going to be the worst year ever. Then 24 hours later, Larry David punched Elmo in the face and things have never been the same.
So
for the better.
In case you're questioning why there seems to be so many bots on Twitter, I don't know how they surpass this. I've struggled to surpass the human test. I don't know how all these bots are surpassing the human test.
I don't either. And here's the thing. People are saying that they're getting porn bots underneath their stuff. I'm not.
Do you feel left out?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody's complaining about it, and then I'm just like, okay, yeah, totally. That sucks. Where are
mine? What are you typing or looking at?
No way. That's terrible. Where would you find those so I can make sure to avoid them? Pornhub got banned in North Carolina. Did we talk about that?
We did not talk. I don't think we talked about. I think you and I talked about it. Yeah. I don't think we talked about it on here.
So this is my only way to get it now. Is through bots replying to me on Twitter. Because if I actively seek it out, it's like black flags.
Yeah.
But if somebody sends it to me.
Oh, Elmo. Things are looking bad.
Oh, Elmo. Things aren't so good.
Porn is getting blocked in North Carolina.
Pornhub got blocked in North. Just Pornhub.
Just Pornhub?
Yeah, I checked other ones.
Oh, cool. Send me that list after the episode.
Yeah. Homegrown Simpsons stuff. I know these names better than my own grandma's.
So we have a mini game where I, the computer, who failed multiple Emma human tests, is going to be testing Spencer to find out, is he human?
It's the battle between well, a lot of people are like, this is one of the best Radiohead albums ever, and oh, this is probably one of the worst Weezer albums ever. So this is gonna be fun because it's OK Human.
Oh my
OK
God,
Computer.
I did not understand what you were going for.
OK Computer
Thank you.
was Weezer doing a reference.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
Weezer also had an album called Van Weezer, which can you imagine what that reference is?
Metallica.
Van Halen.
So, I do want to just say 2 of the tests are audio related, and I found some audio clips. If you hate audio effects, you might hate this. None of them are longer than 7 seconds. So I will give you that, but I apologize in advance if this is a very unpleasant experience for everyone involved. So, you're sitting in your apartment and all you want is some frozen yogurt.
What? What is this?
You pull out your phone to open your favorite food delivery
What's
app.
happening?
Unfortunately, it logged you out. What? You're trying to get in your account.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying the scene.
Yeah.
I don't want you to just...
I
who's
thought this
approaching you on the street and going, are you a robot?
I thought this was the test.
No, I'm saying the scene.
I thought this was the test. Like this question 1.
No.
You're in your apartment. What?
Where? How do you know I'm here? So you plug in your account information, and what are you presented with? A test. A test to see if you're not a silly little robot. To me, I'm really...
Log out.
I don't want the froyo
Log
that bad.
out.
Okay. The answer you seek is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just solve the puzzle, figure out the riddle, and you can have all the froyo you desire, you silly ravenous robot. Okay. Riddle number 1, you'll never uncover, but listen closely and you just might recover your account. Get it? It's a pun. It's not a pun, it's a rhyme. Which of the following 3 sounds, so I'll be playing 3 audio sounds, resembles a hermit crab crawling along a stony beach at sunset on a Tuesday?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just going to attempt to play this into the mic and
then worst case, you can just put it in post.
Worst case, that's what I'll be doing. If you need me to option, I'm going to do exactly what you did. Option 1. Option 2.
I like that you even thought it was done.
I forget making these. Option 3.
So I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
What am I like trying to solve for again? A hermit crab walking along a stony river
Beach.
Stony
Sunset.
River beach at sunset on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, on Tuesday. Well, sunset on Tuesday.
Okay. First off, if I were going to do this, one of those sounds would have ended with me like probably the last one because there was like a pause. It felt like it would have ended with me going, "It's Tuesday."
Spencer, I wanted to so bad.
Why didn't you?
Because I made these really quick yesterday while you were like literally 5 feet away from me.
Voiceover takes no time, but I'm not gonna hold that against you. That's what I would have done.
No, you can hold it against me.
And I would have hoped that you would have chosen that answer just so I could go now.
Well, you'll never know because I can't tell you
Yeah.
right after you've guessed.
Okay. Can you play number 2 again?
Yeah.
And number 3? It's a fairly subjective question. when you think about it.
Wow.
So
What a robotic answer.
So I'm gonna go. I think it's a. Can you play 2 again? It's so accurate to the shit you were listening to. Can you play 1 more time? No. Stop. I'm gonna say 2.
Great. On to question 2. Exactly.
Nice. That means I got it right.
Test number 2. One step closer to. Apparently, I started turning into a pirate bit because I said one step closer to uncovering your gold. Arg. Lost my train of thought.
This is crazy because I don't think the hell that you were in teased you like that.
It didn't, but I needed some fun. I need you to remember the following chain of numbers.
Okay.
Capital X, 8, H, D.
Wait. Am I going to be able to listen back to it?
I can retell it to you.
Okay.
In theory, this would be on your screen, so.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll retell it to you.
So what do I have to do?
Capital X.
Okay. Okay, what do I have to do?
8.
What do you want from me?
H, D, capital U, E. Now, from the list of the following ingredients, what doesn't belong on a pizza? Salami, cheese, sardines, mushrooms, pineapple, chocolate, ham, love, spinach, or jalapenos.
Can I select multiple? Or is
Only
it just
one.
It's just select one. Okay, I didn't know if it was like a choose which images are buses. What was the point of X, capital X? Can you read it back to me one more time?
The whole thing or the number, the
Just
letter combination?
The chain.
Capital X, 8, H, D, capital U, E.
One more time.
Capital X, 8, H, D, capital U, E.
Okay. One more time.
Hold the number, the
Just
letters.
yeah.
Capital X, 8, H, D, capital U, E.
Okay. Chocolate.
Only humans are so judgmental. Robots know there is no right or wrong, so congrats, you're an asshole. Also, forget the chain of numbers. Robots have apparently gotten too smart. That chain of numbers no longer constitute if you're a human or a robot, so that is no longer a test.
I have it though. It's capital A. It's capital X 8 H D capital U E.
Great, you could be a robot, you could be a human. We'll never fucking know. On to the final test.
I hate that I asked you to repeat sorry because
That's why I was dying.
I really thought, and then the more you were laughing, I couldn't tell if you were laughing because you knew it wasn't going to come back up, or because you were impressed by how committed I was that I was going to get it right.
A bit of both.
No,
Bit of both. The final test is the hardest, so listen closely if you wish to discover your account access. I'm going to play you 3 more sounds.
Sign out. Cancel.
You have to tell me which noise came from the following scenario. Grogu, our cat, not the Disney character, has just stolen Da Vinci's Starry Night and is in a high-speed getaway. You ready?
Yep.
Option A. Option B.
I think that was the hermit crab.
option C.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I actually know. Give me option A again though, just in case. And then I just want to be 100% sure. So option C. Well, sorry. Option C one more time. Do you have written down like what each of these actually is made up of?
I think I could tell you.
Oh my god!
Off the top of my
Holy
head.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm really excited
I think
to
it's
talk about
option
that.
B.
Great. Thank you for your answer.
I failed.
Unfortunately, we have found
Yeah.
you are not human.
Yeah.
Would you like to try again? You're not trying again. But that was genuinely my experience. That is not far off from my experience, honestly. Everything that just happened.
Were any did you have one in mind that was right, or were they all wrong?
Like, could you have gotten them right?
Yeah.
Technically, yes, I had it right for 1 and 3. 2 was just a stupid throwaway. Like, there is no winning it.
Yeah.
Question.
I got you.
Answer.
But
1,
did you say after I answered 2 that like
I did technically, yeah.
you basically said that like I
Yeah.
had just proven that I was human because I was a
you're being
judgmental piece of shit.
Yeah.
So which one was I wrong on? 1 or 3?
1.
What was the right answer on 1?
I was trying to go for the third sound.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said 2. I think because you were trying to be an asshole.
Oh.
Because you definitely kept having me. Sorry, I'm gonna play test 1, sound 3 again.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I decided the scenarios.
Was option B for part 3? Was that legitimately Grogu purring?
No,
Oh.
I debated going through my videos because I definitely have videos of him purring, but then I found a sound clip.
So loud.
Which
I
all of
thought
this,
for sure it was him.
I know all of this was copyright free, like YouTube sounds.
So you can't come after us.
And so they all just had like names of like what they were and whatnot. The thing is, I created the scenarios before even looking for sounds. So then I was like, just gonna try and find sounds that either are so off it's painful, or are like, they might be technically that's what they're going for. That's like basically what I did, and then I just compiled them, and yeah, that's what I went for. So the a lot of them are a base of animal sounds with then cartoon sounds underneath.
I really need to know what option C was
For
part 3. That was the like dun dun.
Oh
dun,
my god, they were
dun.
this one made me angry because it's not on a beat. If in case that's not obvious, I'm gonna play test
It goes
3.
like 1 2 1 2 space 1.
Yes,
2.
it's painful.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play it. That's a cowbell.
Okay.
And
Uh-oh.
I believe it was literally just like a wood stick slap.
Somebody has a fever.
And then at the end,
What was that? Was that a rip?
that was some kind of cartoon swoosh sound. So I don't know
Every
what
time-
it is.
Every
but
time it caught me a little off guard.
Yeah.
And every time it was fucking funny.
that one made me angry because I don't understand why the spacing changed. The timing changed. That like made me so angry. I had to use the sound because I was like, what? Like, because you're like expecting it like to happen. So I literally overlaid the cowbell in the middle of the wood slap, and then after 2, I went, wait, the spacing isn't right anymore, which then like made me so mad. And I was like, I'm gonna make the cowbell egregiously wrong so that it really shows like how off the timing is. Yeah, there's that. The first one is a mix of a dog drinking water and a horse eating grass.
Oh, I hear it. And what's that? A door
Rubber
opening?
squeaking.
So stupid.
So yeah.
I mean, your test was actually a lot worse than that, I would say. The sounds that you were listening to were just like
screeching,
yeah,
horrible,
oh my God,
completely
just like tone.
techno sounds.
Yeah, oh my God,
they were.
awful.
They were really horrible. They're like the kind of sound that would absolutely blow out a bass in like a car stereo, but like not in a good way.
I just realized
Yeah.
I have a story that I forgot to tell.
Oh, tell.
But now we gotta wrap it up.
All right.
We'll save it for next week.
Cool. Because we're recording that in a few days. So that works.
I'll remind you
Just
of
don't
it so
forget.
that way you remember.
Oh, I'll be like your story, and you'll go, I don't remember a story. But yeah. So congratulations on really not knowing if you're human or are you dancer. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that, Spencer.
I laughed.
Yeah. It's stupid. But something random. And if you ever have to make a Twitter account in the future, I feel bad for you and probably don't. So that was crazy. I tried like kind of looking up like, is there something going on with like these tests? And there really wasn't anything coming up. There were like a few forums of people being like, why am I literally failing these tests? Like there were a few forums but like nothing like that would sit here to make sense for me to like report on or like update. But I did see that like most sites anymore don't use that letter code anymore. What?
You noticing that?
That me blowing out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's not coming through like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Anyway. They don't really use those number things anymore because most computers have come to decipher that at this point, which we all know the tests change like every like 2 years or something like that. But yeah, that's the only interesting tidbit I found was that's not really a thing anymore. But yeah, so thank you all for being here. Sorry for that chaos. If you hate audio sounds like I do and you stuck around for that, props to you. If you would love to, you should give us some stars and likes and follows and favorites and all of the good things on whatever podcast source you're listening to this to. We are available on YouTube. It's all EVER I SMSoup Podcast, or you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram, not Twitter, because I will never make an account on there to do a stupid human authentication thing, at EVER I SMSoup Podcast. And you can find both of our socials in the description of the show every week. I think that's it. Do you have anything else?
Watch movies from 1983.
Yeah, in just 2 short weeks from this being released, right?
I actually don't think that's right.
Okay, let me look at
that's
a
why we
calendar
need something
really
else.
quick. This is coming out. Okay, yeah, we in 3 short weeks from when this is coming out.
So I did need to have another idea.
We don't have February.
I have to figure that out.
You did have something. It's going to be the story that we're going to wait to hear about. Anyway, in 3 weeks, we will be recovering. We will be covering our experience of watching all of the 1983 Academy nominees for Best Picture, including the winner. We're going to be watching them all. We're going to be telling you what we think about them, whether you wish to watch them with us, whether you're going to wait for our opinion and decide if they're worth your time. That will be the last Monday of February. So the movies are posted on our TikTok and Instagram. If you're like, what the hell are the movies? And you don't feel like Googling it, that's where to find them. So yes, definitely check that out and come back February 26th. I mean, come back every Monday, but February 26th if you want the movie take. And we'll also be telling you the next years of movies we'll be watching on February 26th. So that is actually all. Thank you and good night.